Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Sowore Reporters releases video of Sowore's arrest. The online medium Sowore Reporters has released a footage showing how its publisher, Omoyele Sowore, was arrested and dragged out of his house Saturday morning. Mr. Sowore was arrested by the State Security Service ahead of the nationwide protest expected to start on Monday in 21 cities. Despite Mr. Sowore's arrest, the organizers had vowed to go on with the demonstration seeking decisive solutions to Nigeria's security, economic, educational, and healthcare failings. Mr. Sowore's arrest has been condemned by prominent Nigerians including Wole Soyinka, Femi Falana, and Mike Ozukume. The presidency accused those defending his arrest as blackmail. Premium Times reported how security agents believed to be personnel of DSS arrested Omoyele Sowore, the publisher of the news website, and took him into custody. The SSS on Sunday confirmed that its operatives took Mr. Sowore into custody. Why we arrested Sowore, SSS? The SSS spokesperson Peter Afunanya said Mr. Sowore was being held because he called for a revolution in Nigeria. Mr. Sowore and other organizers of Revolution Now movements have condemned federal authorities for lying against them that the protest scheduled to begin on August 5th would be violent. Mr. Sowore was the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress (AAC) during the 2019 general elections. He was also the leader of #TakeItBack, a political movement which says it wants to rescue Nigeria from corruption and misgovernance. Mr. Sowore's activism began while he was a student of geography at the University of Lagos. He later led the student union in that university. After his youth service, the activist moved to New York for a graduate degree at Columbia University. In 2005, he established Sowore Reporters, with which he has become a consistent thorn in the side of Nigerian authorities. In 2018, he formally joined partisan politics, forming the Africa Action Congress, on which platform he sought Nigeria's #1 office. After he lost that election, Mr. Sowore vowed to remain consistent in holding the Muhammadu Buhari government accountable. So guys, that is just all about Sowore and what really happened, during the weekend, how he was arrested when the DSS came and, took him away. And they confirmed that he's with them, the following day. And just today, the video was released by his company, so to speak, Now, what they are saying now is that he wants to take over the government, by force, and he has mobilized people in almost 21 states to carry out this act. And the organizers and the people that joined him are saying no, the federal government is not saying the truth. And also, we've all seen the pictures and the videos of the president, the so-called president, even before now, when he was protesting against a sitting government. Then he made some kind of categorical statement, some kind of statement that if he was the one in charge of the government, then something else would have happened. But the government of the day then believed that every Nigerian has the right to speak, freedom of speech. But since this government came in, if you say something, you need to really look at your back. And it is those who are really strong, those who are really courageous, they are the one who have been speaking. They have been speaking despite the fact that the government has been silencing them. If you say one thing, they will tell you are unpatriotic. If you say another thing, and these are the things that the people are saying, they are not really far from the truth. Everybody is aware of that. It's just that some people are suffering and smiling. They don't just want to accept that. Some people are just used to that suffering. I think that's just the way. We have categories of people who are suffering and smiling, people who have not even tasted other side of life. So they just believe it's a normal thing. And some people who are really loyal to the government, or those who are really getting one or two things from the government, those who are getting one benefit from the government. So we have them in those categories. Some people who are just following blindly. Some people are just, follow people or just accept people even to a fault. Even when the person is even, poking into their eyes, they will not say anything. We have categories of people like that. We understand that opposition, they always like to pick on the governments of the day. But in this case, everybody is seeing the whole thing. Right from 2015, it's been one suffering or the other. When you talk about the economy, when you talk about the policy, the security is another thing entirely. But they don't want you to speak about it. And once you people tell them, see, these are the things that you need to do, they will tell they have to take their time, that they go slow, they do things, at their own pace. But things are deteriorating, things are going bad. You can't just, you cannot afford just to be looking at things. You just have to be proactive. They are not proactive, and most of them working with the government or the president, to be precise, they look at his body language. They don't want to speak. Most of them are afraid. Most of them, they respect their pockets. Most of them, it is their job. They don't want to lose their job, but they will just continue to, keep on lying and lying and keep on patching things. If really you have integrity, and that's what people have been saying about some of, the people, the big wigs inside the government now. If really you have integrity, once you know that things are not working, the best thing is just for you to work out. But no, in Nigeria, it will never. They will never do that. Politicians will never do that. They will never say, "Oh, I want to resign just because of this thing." But because when they see the money they get, all the allowances they get, they wouldn't want to do that. They just want to maintain that. They want to tell the president or the leader what he or she wants to hear. They will be lying. But unfortunate thing there is that even the so-called leader, you are not going to be there permanently. They should go and ask Goodluck Jonathan. Immediately he lost that election, everybody flew. They deserted the Aso Rock, a place that was always booming on a daily basis. Immediately he lost that election. Immediately he considered defeat. No friends, no more friends, no more whatever. Everybody deserted him. They were not visiting again because that was what they wanted. What they wanted, what they were getting. They discovered that at that moment, it was already the end of the whole thing. So they had to reverse. So now he's on his own. How many times have you seen people, going to his house to pay homage? No, they won't do that. And it's the same thing that will still happen to this government. Unless maybe they have another plan. If not, because after 2023, it will not be there again. And the unfortunate thing there is that a lot of people talked about this president. They said all manner of things. But people pay their fear. No, it's not going to happen. Or he has changed. But what are we having today? So guys, that's just my own opinion concerning all of these things. So we still hope that they will still listen to the prominent people and the all Nigerians that are crying that release this man. He's not going to solve any problem. They know quite all right, and that's what they know. But I just believe that they began to to be afraid when they saw that this guy have been generating a lot of support a lot of people have been supporting, a lot of people, started to align with what he's saying, that, oh, come 5th of August, everybody will come out. And that was one thing that I felt that is really making them, to act. It's not as if they are saying maybe he's going to overthrow. Of course, he does not even have a military background. They have all the intelligence information about everything in Nigeria. They know that he cannot do that, but they are just trying to hook onto that word of revolution. And when you explain the revolution, but they don't just want to hear that. So I feel because they have seen that a lot of people are beginning to align with him, and say, okay, they are going to join him, and they begin to see the crowd that he's been that he has been attracted to him. And that was why they say, okay, they have to just speak him. But even at that, people still came out. For the fact that they arrested him on Saturday, people still came out on Monday to protest. So guys, that's just my own opinion concerning the whole thing. I would like you guys to put down your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.